Good morning, traders. Welcome to the TMT Pro Trader Premier video for Friday, May 26th. Guys, the ramp up continues, 6 straight days up, and that is exactly what we're looking for. We have now officially started our fifth and final leg higher. We took out the highs. We're go, and I shouldn't say officially. I want to see after tomorrow. I really want to get into next week. This is a very shortened week, and on top of that, there's extremely low volume that's happening. That this retracement rally, which I'm still calling a corrective rally for now. If we take out yesterday's highs, close above the resistance area here of 2,400 again, then more than likely we're going to start that descent, and I'm going to just call that official move higher. Although these days here have been very choppy of late. I mean, they have been choppy intraday, and most of the moves on these small little gaps have been at the opening, pretty much at the opening. Now we've had a couple of days that we had some good, bump and run type trades that the market would just go and just keep going. Heavily driven by algorithms. Very, very important to know and understand. That's why I said to you guys, never, ever try to short at highs, at new highs. It's just not going to happen. You can see that. Now we just made new highs. What I did here is I just put two horizontal dashed lines here, and I wanted to show you. We had this little bull flag which turned into sort of like a downtrend channel a little bit up until here, and this was the election, and we went sideways again. But if you looked at it, we really just did exactly what we did down below here. We just consolidated. We had a big range consolidation from February all the way up until May, and this is where I had mentioned many times that the fifth and final leg is going to come sometime towards the end of the summer, and it's holding up perfectly because we have another 4 trading days left of the summer. Then I think that the markets will continue its run with little pullbacks in June, and then July, just like last July. So right, if you go back here, you see what we did here. We went sideways for months. We went sideways actually from July all the way up until the November elections. We went sideways. So this is what I believe will happen. Not as long, but I think we go sideways all of July, parts of August, and then I think we see a big pickup in volatility, and then I think that the markets will, in that time, will start to roll over again. We'll roll over, not again, but we'll roll over for the pullback that we're looking for, okay? We're not on a buy signal yet in the MACD, but we are in RSI. And like I said, guys, we can get right up in here. We can stop anywhere in between, but this is the upside target at the moment for the ES daily chart, okay? There is no resistance in most of the indices except the Russell, I think the Russell and the transports, but there is no resistance except the high, and that's just a very light area of resistance. These are your bigger picture support areas for the ES. ES 10-minute, you can see, guys, like I said, vertical, literally straight up. We go sideways, we gap up, these monster gaps, and then we go sideways, we break out, we fail, just to get everybody long, to get everybody stopped out, to get everybody short, just to get stopped out again. It's just wild type of trading, man. It's just unbelievable the way the markets are working. They're not in sync. They're not in harmony with the other indexes, and that's why you say you have to pick and choose your battles. So again, no resistance, small cluster here, 24.11, 24.13, and again the gap area here down below at 24.0475. That's going to be another bigger area of support, and the little micro areas of support here down below. Okay, just keep that in your mind when you're trading today. Next is going to be the NQ. I mean, just absolutely silly. Google running to 1,000, Amazon going to run to 1,000. It's just absolute. This reminds me exactly like the 2000 crash, exactly, with the tech bubble. It's insane that people were buying the Nasdaq here, even here. I mean, it's just incredible. Like, you get into the zone and then they just keep buying them. It just doesn't stop. And like I said, when the music stops, there's going to be a lot of pain to be met for a lot of people because they're buying this market up in these areas. And remember, you're only anywhere from 100 to 130 S&P points. You could do that next week to get to 25.50. Okay. Anyway, but take a look at the MACD on an NQ, and MACD is just about on a sell signal. And again, RSI was your big number here, 56.4275. Again, the 21 EMA will be your another area of support, the bigger area of support in the NQ. Next is going to be the 10-minute. You can see here, 57.93, very small little area of resistance. 57.72, back down here, all the way back down to 57.22, and all the way down here as well. These are your clusters for support on to buy any pullbacks. And again, that's exactly what I would be doing until this market gives us a sell signal. Crude oil, nice day, guys. We had it. This was very fast. We had the spot, right? We said right around 52-ish. Well, it ticked there, and it was before the opening. And I think some of you have had played in a pre-market. Hats off to you guys. I totally missed it. I did not see that, and it just dumped. And again, that's what I keep telling you guys. That's why the analysis, it proves itself. We talked about the lower lows and lower highs. We talked about the excessive recounts that are going back online. The shale guys, the tons of these mega super tankers that are around the Mediterranean. There's 13 of them right now, just sitting there parked. There's nowhere to put this oil. We're making more oil than we ever did in our history. So I'm giving you an example that this here is exactly what I was looking for. I ended up missing it, but many of you did get it, which is great, and I'm very excited about that. Big downside targets right up in here, guys. Then I would look to reevaluate again, look to buy somewhere in here, but this is just all talk, and that's why I said it was all retracement. It was just a corrective retracement rally. 10-minute, you can see there we busted right through that area that I mentioned that would alleviate any upside pressure, and now we're going to look to play on the short side. Any bounce into this area of resistance, guys, you want to short this thing. Okay. Next is going to be gold. Gold is still in a symmetrical triangle here, holding up relatively well, still above the TMT proprietary price channels, 1257.78, 1222.20 down below the bigger area of support and resistance. Here's your 10-minute. You can see that we've broken bullish symmetry of higher highs and higher lows. Now we're right underneath the underbelly of this, like I mentioned yesterday, and we kind of went sideways today. So I'm looking for a bigger area. We need to take out the 1247 here, like I mentioned. And if we take that out, I'll be looking to sell rallies for a big flush in gold. And then we will look to buy it. Now, we want to take our roll by the GDX and see where this may be headed. But if we lose Tuesday's low, okay, I'm sorry, Wednesday's low, right up in here, of $22, just rounded off to 22, you should do a beeline shot right to 21.19. Okay, so that's something that we're going to be looking for today's trade and going into next week. ZB Daily. You can see here, guys, again, dead money. I'm just showing it to you because many of you guys have it in your accounts. 55 or 50. 50 below, on a 2 close below, we short it. 55, we buy it for the gap fill, and then we look to re-enter short on a better area. Next is going to be the 10 minutes. As you can see here, guys, we went literally nowhere for 6 trading days. All right, so but the clusters remain the same and still into effect here. Okay, so you go at 153.79 up to 154.25, and then here are your areas of support. Okay. TLT, again, same thing. We had sitting here just underneath the 200-day moving average. 124.19 needs to get taken out for the gap fill, and that's what I'm paying attention for. That'll be the trade for TLT. And let's get right into the indexes. Let me just show you. I just had my charts got taken out. Let me just grab the daily chart of the spiders first, and we'll go right to the 10-minute. All right, same thing like all of the indices. These are gone. I'm getting rid of that. 2360.77, the 21 EMA, and then the 239.79, which is the 8. Resistance going to be the 242.22. And again, guys, you can see here clearly that the market just will not go down. And by saying that the market will not go down, I do believe that we're on a 5th and final leg up. Now, again, I want to see some more evidence going into next week when we get out of this holiday week and see where we go. But I do believe this does look like that we're really ready for this explosive move higher in the spiders and, of course, in the markets itself. Gap area here needs to be paying attention to 240.98, 240.69. That'll be another area of support to look to fill the gap and then buy. Anywhere into this area here, I'd be looking for the gap fill and then hold and start to rally. Okay, that's the 10-minute. Transports did well today, did manage to eke out a gain. We're back where we're starting right now, breaking through this descending triangle here. 165, like we mentioned, is going to be areas of resistance in the transports, but did hold up well, which actually might even give me the bullish case that will help the fifth and final leg of this rally. IWM really, again, scaring me because it's not doing anything. It's actually down. It was actually reversed today pretty hard. So not really doing too much. Pay attention to the Russell 2000 as well, because this is definitely something that you want to keep an eye on. 10-minute, you can see here, we did nothing here. We gapped up and then we fell back down, and we lost all of the gains. on the Russell 2000. But these are your levels for today's trade. Next is going to be your Qs, and last you can see same thing like the NQ breaking out. We're outside of the Bollinger Band now, and again 137.26. That'll be your next area of support. And then the last and not least is going to be the 10-minute Qs. Again, watch this area 140 all the way down to 139.82, and 139.56 will be another area of support. Then we've got another gap area here to be filled as well. Okay, resistance is going to be really light, 141.26. So pay attention, guys. Today is going to be a very light day, and it always has a bullish bias to it unless there's news. If there is absolutely no news and nothing out there, the path of least resistance is always to the upside. So never short a dull market. Remember, everybody will be leaving early for the holiday today. If you really have to trade, take a trade on, do it real quick. Make sure you have your stops in place, and look to enter and exit your based on your trading plan. I want to wish all of you a happy Memorial Day here in the United States. Have a great weekend, the long weekend. Enjoy with family and friends, and we will be back with full reports on Tuesday.